Suppose that LT, which is from the figure here, is increasing in an accelerated way. So, increasing, accelerated. The height of the elevator floor is now given by LT equals 1/2 GT square. We use the letter G for the acceleration because we will discover that the acceleration mimics a gravitational field, as we feel when we take an elevator and it accelerates. We know from classical mechanics or from high school that this is a uniform acceleration. Indeed, if we differentiate LT with respect to time, after one differentiation, we'll get L dot equals GT, which means that the velocity of the elevator increases linearly with time. After a second differentiation with respect to time, we have L double dot equals G. This means that the acceleration of the elevator is constant. The elevator is uniformly accelerated upward. The equations connecting the prime and unprime coordinates are different from equations here, this one. So different from this one. The transformation for the vertical coordinate is now z prime equals z minus half gt square. The other equation in this equation not change, don't change. Still t prime equal t, x prime equals x, and y prime equals y. These four equations are our new coordinate transformation to represent the relationship between coordinates that are accelerated relative to each other. We will continue to assume that in the z or unprime coordinate system, the laws of physics are exactly what Newton taught us. In other words, the stationary reference frame is inertial and we have F equals mc double dot. But the prime frame is no longer inertial. It is in uniform acceleration relative to the unprime frame. Let's ask what the laws of physics are now in the prime frame of reference. We have to do the operation of differentiating twice over again on the equation here. So we know the answer is x prime, z prime double dot equal with z double dot minus g. Now the prime acceleration and the unprime acceleration differ by an amount of g. To write Newton's equation in the prime frame of reference, we multiply both sides of this equation by m, the particle mass, and we replace mz double dot by f. So we get mz prime double dot equal f minus mg. We have arrived at what we wanted. This equation looks like a Newton equation. That is, mass times acceleration is equal to some term. The term is f minus mg. We call the force in the prime frame of reference. You notice, as expected, that the force in the prime frame of reference has an extra term, the mass of the particle times the acceleration of the elevator, with a minus sign. What is interesting about the fictitious force mg in this equation. So this one is that it looks exactly like the force exerted on the particle by gravity on the surface of the Earth or the surface of any kind of large massive body. That is why we call the acceleration g. The letter g stood for gravity. It looks like a uniform gravitational field. Let me spell out in what sense it looks like gravity. The special feature of gravity is that gravitational forces are proportional to mass, the same mass that appears in Newton's equation of motion. We sometimes say that the gravitational mass is the same as inertial mass. That has deep implication. If the equation of motion is F equals ma, and the force itself is proportional to mass, then the mass cancels in this equation. There is a characteristic of gravitational force. For a small object moving in a gravitational force field, its motion doesn't depend on its mass. An example is the motion of the Earth about the Sun. It is independent of the mass of the Earth. If you know where the Earth is at time t, and you know its velocity at that time, you can predict its trajectory. You don't need to know what the Earth's mass is. This equation here is an example of fictitious force. If you want to call it that, mimicking the effect of gravity. Most people before Einstein considered this largely an accident. They certainly knew that the effect of acceleration mimics the effect of gravity, but they didn't pay much attention to it. It was Einstein who said, look, this is a deep principle of nature that gravitational force cannot be distinguished from the effect of an accelerated reference frame. If you are in an elevator without windows and you feel that your body has some weight, you cannot say whether the elevator with you inside is resting on the surface of a planet or far away from any massive body in the universe. Some implies devil is accelerating your elevator. There is the equivalence principle. It extends the relativity principle, which said you can juggle in the same way at rest or in a railway car in uniform motion. With a simple example, we have equated accelerated motion and gravity. We have begun to explain what is meant by the sentence gravity is in some sense the same thing as acceleration. We have to discuss this result a bit though. Do we really believe it totally, or does it have to be qualified? Before we do that, let's draw some pictures of what these various coordinate transformations look like.